The mission of career technical education in Spokane Public Schools is to ensure students have leadership and employability skills. Welcome to School Talk. I'm Taryn Roloff, and joining me today are Yvonne Luman, Specialist for Career Technical Education, Terry Yai, Teacher of Computer Programming and Repair at Rogers High School, Alex Derenutza, Mentor for Tech Connections, and Dr. Nancy Stoll, Superintendent of Spokane Public Schools. Welcome to all of you. So Dr. Stoll, we've had a career technical education program in Spokane Public Schools for years, but how has it changed, or how is it changing?
Well, first of all, the overarching goal of the district's work plan is around preparing all of our students to be college and career ready without need for remediation when they leave us at high school. And so we need to have very rigorous pathways for students to pursue. And the CTE pathway is, you're going to see an example today, of a very rigorous experience that our students have, but it's much more applied, it's much more hands-on, and it gives our students real work experiences so they can test out some of those careers that they're interested in. So it's been a very successful program for us, and with certainly Yvonne's leadership, the program that you're going to hear about today has provided some remarkable experiences for our kids and gifts for families. I mean, opportunities for families. It's been great.
All right. Yvonne, before you start talking, congratulations on your very recent award as Mentor of the Year. It's a Catalyst Award through, is it GSI? Or?
It's GSI, TechNet, and the University District. So it's a group that's collaborating.
Very cool.
I think it began with TechNet originally back in 1991. They were looking for innovation and technology and the companies and students and just the mix. And so TechNet's been really a support for me as far as mentoring goes. So it was really an opportunity to pass it on what they've taught me.
Right, and of course GSI, and for those who don't know, is Greater Spokane Incorporated,
right.
So it's the old chamber. So anyway, let's hear from you then about how you have mentored, for example, Alex, and what Tech Connections is, and kind of lead back and forth between,
okay, well, several years ago, 12 years ago, I started some internships just randomly, and CTE was just awesome. It was the perfect fit to look for students who like the technology. So we've been working with interns in summer programs and hiring summer interns for 12 years. And Alex has been one of those that's actually come full circle, because we've also done clubs and camps, high school students teaching middle school and elementary students. And I'd like to kind of refer Alex at this point, because I ran into Alex, about 2 years ago, and I asked him how he got into the technology, and he said, well, you know, we had this club back at Bemis.
Wow, that's great.
And it was just, wow, what a find. You found the 6-year spread of a recipient of a PC.
Okay, let's hear about Bemis Elementary and then your start.
Well, how it started was I was just in a regular class, and the teacher pulled out a limited number. I think it was 6 to 8 students, and he said that we've been chosen to attend a club that was made by some LC students. So after I just went to that, I had like little to no interest in computers. But when I went to that club, I saw how exciting it was. So then after the club was finished, I got my own computer from the club. So I was able to practice at home. And over the years, with certain other events, like trouble at home or just wanting to learn more, I was able to pursue computers. And then I joined Tech Connections in the 9th grade when I came.
And Tech Connections was that club, wasn't it, that gave your family a computer?
Right.
Correct. And we had it at we still have it at LC and Rogers?
Yes.
Correct.
Those two schools? So Terry, let's hear from you then. Pick up with Tech Connections at Rogers and your program there, and Alex.
Well, this is exciting to talk about Alex because of all the work he's done, but he's just one of the many that we've had come through. Our programs are set up to give them the skills in the classroom, but applying them is out in the community. And one of the things that we stress is that we want them to have workforce ready skills. So we put them out there within industry and have them work with them directly. So we have mentors that come in and work with the kids. We have labs that we have set up in the community. The kids now are maintaining those labs for the community to use. We are looking for as big of umbrella we can cast out there to get them their hands-on skills. And then along comes a program called Cyber Patriot, which I have to admit I was, as a sergeant will tell you from our ROTC program, kicking and screaming about not doing it because I felt I was a little overwhelmed. Well, long story short, it gave the kids a chance to work with mentors that were industry experts, so they interface with them. And we ended up being 4th in the nation as a team for cybersecurity. So didn't know we'd ever make that trip. Alex was one of our captains. Seeing the kids grow from that, but not only just the skills base, but to actually be in the workspace, the work area, and to actually have to have those skills that go with interfacing with people and sitting at dinner and interviewing. All these things came together.
So, Alex, what was Cyber Patriots? What did you do with Cyber Patriots?
Cyber Patriot was basically a high school cyber defense competition. It's where we as a team have to work to defend our computers against some hackers that are trying to break in. So we were like pretending to be a company that defends its network. And that was a great hands-on experience. You could never learn anything outside of actually trying it on and doing it.
And so you were quite successful?
We were. I mean, we were being scored on a server that's in Washington, D.C., while we were competing on a server that's down in San Diego, California, sitting in Washington State.
My goodness.
And this is a nationwide competition. There were 195 teams. This year it's over doubled. So the competition is growing. But at 195 teams, to be top 12 in the nation, to travel to D.C., and then end up being 4th, great. I also have to give them accolades as well. We also have a program that we work with Skills USA, where the students compete in the area that I actually teach, programming and computer repair. And Alex was 5th at state, did very well, and his compadre, Petrovico, placed 2nd, and that's only our 2nd trip to the competition. So things are going in the right direction for the kids. They're doing the right things, and they're getting a chance. Competition, maybe people might say, well, you know, what's the competition all about? It's about working. It's about you're being scored on your skills, as you would be for employed.
There's also jobs in that area, and I think that's the bigger, the investment is we're training them with real job skills. And so the more they can get challenged by people from industry, it just enhances the education, and CTE is just a great platform to bring the two together.
So you started Cyber Patriots at Rogers, but
Right.
it's starting to grow now and
We
expand.
now have Ferris that will be competing, and North Central has a team that will be competing, and Lewis and Clark has a team.
Oh, great.
So it's just
That's
growing.
wonderful.
We, as coaches and as mentors, our mentors are really into this. I have to mention Dan Wardell from our tech services. Been instrumental in getting us people through his contacts. He's calling up his college buddies that are working out in the industry saying, hey, you're interested in working with some kids in cybersecurity? It's amazing how excited they are to come and work with the kids and learn, teach them what they already know. And so I'm just watching this thing unfold, and it mushroomed into something much bigger, quicker than I ever expected, in a very good way.
Yeah.
And we have actually 2 teams at Rogers, is that correct?
We now have 5.
Oh, wow.
5 teams.
There will be
Wow.
3 teams from the open division, and then the ROTC competes in a different division, so we never compete against them. They will have 2. So for Rogers alone, we are really growing. You know, the success breeds the attention, and more people saw how much fun they had. We weren't shy about sharing our experiences in Washington, D.C., and so everybody has their sights set on nationals. I never take anything for granted. They have to earn it. We'll see what happens. We've got Alex back as a mentor, and he's going to work with them as well.
That's great.
And in the meantime, Alex, again, the mission of career technical education is to teach students employability and leadership skills. You must have been so employable that we as a district hired you. So Yvonne, maybe just tell a little bit about that, and then Alex can talk about that.
Yes, we, like I said, for the last 12 years we've hired interns, and now this past year we've hired up to 8. We had 8 this summer, and Alex actually had taken a little bit different path. He was working with the district from last year, I believe, for ITSC, which is in district, and then went with tech services to help install phones and switches. So he actually ended up working a whole year with in-house. So he went out into a marketing venue there this summer, and which is our goal too, is actually, if he's got an interest in other things, is to open that up so students can actually be introduced to different pathways. But the 8 this summer, we had 120 hours apiece paid, and so CTE was able to come on and help us with student help. And then in addition to that, we collaborated with Project Management Institute, which brought project managers into Friday workshops. So then Alex came back in because he's got an interest in project management, And with computer programming, that's a real nice fit. And we started looking at it and deciding that project management, IT skills, and entrepreneurial will fit any career. So if we can start bringing industry in to start collaborating and working with mentoring our students on those skill sets, it won't matter what career they go into. They're going out with a great foundation.
You really are.
Yeah, it teaches prioritizing and organization skills, and he's very good at that anyways.
So you've kind of laid out your career a bit, haven't you, Alex? You've been thinking about this. Do you want to share a little bit of that with us?
Well, it started from after I joined Tech Connections. I didn't know what I was getting into, actually. I just wanted to do something with computers. And later I found out that it's Tech Connections and that Yvonne was the leader of it. And a little bit into the year, Yvonne told Mr. Yai that there's a job opening. That's how I got the ITSC job. And then I just continued on with Yvonne. We went to like leadership stuff, hands-on. And then after I got ITSC, I went through tech services. I saw that hands-on and what you learn in class are two different things, and that you need both of them to do that.
That's good.
So when she told me about the project management, I was into it.
It was a fit for
He was
you,
there.
huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
So
fit for you.
I just went for it all.
Good for you.
And your future, tell us about what you plan from here on out.
My plan from here is continue with the project management. I think there's still more workshops to be done. And just go into college, get my skills in computer science, and hopefully transfer to a university and get a bachelor's in computer science.
Good for you.
And you wanted programming or?
Computer science involves networking, programming, like a wide range of things. So right now I'm currently learning. I'm a self-taught programmer, so I'm like just practicing. And I've had a great opportunity as Yvonne started TechCore. So I just started building a website for an online application, a forum. So I'm just great hands-on experience there as well.
Yeah.
And you have a great future ahead of you for sure. And jobs.
So just so for our viewers, ITSC is are the folks employed by the district who go out and work on computers and
do
such.
all of our IT support
Okay.
and all new equipment coming in, all the surplus going out. They handle all the IT equipment, technology equipment for the district.
We referred to ITSC a few times, so I want folks
Yeah.
to know what that is. All right, we just have a little bit of time left, but Dr. Stoll, we've talked about some of the things going on at Rogers and in general with Yvonne's program. What about career tech education in general? Where do you see that going?
Well, I think this is such a good example of where it can go and the kinds of skills that our students, the workforce skills that they pick up, the leadership. I think that's a really key component of what we're doing in our career and technical education courses. These kids leave our programs leaders. And so as Yvonne said, they can be successful regardless of what they decide to do. And we just have lots of kids who want the hands-on problem solving, creativity, applied learning. They just click with that. And so I think you'll see that our CTE program across the district becomes more and more robust, more options for our kids. I think Cyber Patriots is such a good example. Look how it's grown.
Yes.
There is a need out there. There's an interest out there. And kudos to Rogers High School for leading the way on that, Derry. I think that's pretty exciting. So I'm excited about the future for career and technical education in Spokane Public Schools. And with the leadership of these people and with graduates like Alex, it's a win.
Yeah.
It's good.
Very good. Well, we are about out of time, so unless there's anything else you'd like to add.
I would just like to thank you, Dr. Stoll, for allowing the out-of-the-box thinking and supporting CTE through the jobs that we've been able to give our students. It's just been a great opportunity for me.
Great. Very good.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank Dr. Nancy Stolen for allowing this kind of programs in school, as it really helps. From experience, I know that it really helps students. And for Mr. Yai and Yvonne for leading the way in preparing students for graduation.
Well, Alex, we're all going to watch your star rise.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here today. And thank you for joining us on this edition of School Talk.